This video covers the 10 best places to visit in Afghanistan, and you don't want to skip this video. Afghanistan has been divided and changed by numerous peoples due to its geographic isolation and location at the intersection of South and Central Asia. Neolithic tribesmen from the Indus Valley came here in prehistoric times. The ancient Persian dynasties put an end to Alexander the Great's phalanxes, which crossed the bigger phalanx of mountains known as the Hindu Kush. Then there were the Middle Eastern Muslim Arabs, who faced off against Genghis Khan's invincible army. The list goes on and includes the Mughals, the Soviets, the British imperialists, and many more. Let's explore the best places to visit in Afghanistan. 1. Kandahar, the respected site of the Mosque of the Sacred Cloak and a city rich in history. Kandahar is situated at the meeting point of the southern mountains of Afghanistan and its central mountains. It was the capital of the final Afghan Empire under Ahmad Shah Durrani and the traditional center of Pashtun dominance. Today, the area is crowded with mosques, shrines, and mausoleums dedicated to historical figures, and tourists flock there to view the intriguing inscriptions left by the great Mughal ruler Babur on the Chilzina View, which is situated just outside the city. 2. Mazar-e-Sharif, the enormous blue mosque blue domes, which shine white-hot under the sweltering Balkheed, tower over Mazar-e-Sharif cityscape. It is a stunning collection of Arabesque and South Asian architecture, complete with turquoise blue domes and gold-peppered minarets, and is famous for being the burial place of Ali bin Talib, the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad himself. Mazar-e-Sharif is home to several Greek artifacts that arrived with the arrival of Alexander's forces in the 3rd century BC. Hence, Muslim history is just one element of this city. 3. Jalalabad. Jalalabad, a city founded by the Emperor Akbar, like so many others in this region, is a location where the passing of time is almost tangible. Imagine how the Mughal soldiers must have felt as they gazed upon the snow-capped peaks of the Safed mountain range back in the 1500s. You can frequently just about make them out on the horizon. Citrus orchards and lush parks are possible due to the temperature and proximity to the city, something Jalalabad is recognized for. 4. Balkh. The ancient town of Balkh, hailed as the center of the ancient Bactrian Empire, has a past dating back approximately 4,000 years. In truth, Zoroastrianism and Buddhism originally took root in these regions here, high up in the crevices of the northern ridges of the Hindu Kush. The town would have been destroyed, even by Genghis Khan himself, and rebuilt numerous times by the time the Venetian explorer Marco Polo arrived in the 1300s. But memories of its enormous fortress walls and educational institutions would still be alive. 5. Herat. Herat, the 3rd largest city in Afghanistan, has a strong Persian influence because the Timurid dynasty formerly resided there, and the town is close to the Iranian border, a lineage that fused elements of Turkic, Persian, and Mongol culture in their time. The Friday Mosque is the city's main point of resistance. It's estimated that this beautiful monument, with its turquoise-tipped minarets and sparkling tiles, is almost 8 centuries old. The Herat Citadel and the graves of renowned Sufi poets are also worth visiting. 6. Semangan. While the town of Semangan is an ancient caravan stop on the periphery routes of the old Silk Road, that claim to fame isn't actually its major draw. That honor goes to the mysterious cave complexes of Takdai Rostam that carved their way through the dusty ridges of the mountains nearby. 7. Bamiyan. For lovers of culture and religious history, the Bamiyan story is a very sad one. In ancient times, the place was known as a hub for Hindu-Buddhist worship, and it thrived with artisans, monasteries, and, especially, sculptors in the ages before the Muslim invasion. In fact, the 2 giant statues of the Buddha that stood here were considered some of the most elegant 4th and 5th century carvings in all of Asia. 8. Faizabad. Backed by the cracked and chiseled passes of the mighty Hindu Kush, Faizabad sits hidden in its very own remote enclave of the northern Afghan mountains. The location is what defines the town, giving it that rustic backwater feel. You'll see galumphing donkeys strutting the streets and beady-eyed, bearded sheep farmers wandering the bazaars. 9. Bagram. The largest Allied military base of the nation is housed in the little eastern city of Bagram, which is only a short distance from Kabul, the country's capital, and the Hindu Kush Mountains. But this one's history is much more complicated than that. To begin with, Alexander the Great, who later changed the town's layout to a Grecian style, conquered it in the late 300s BC. 10. Kunduz. Actually, Kunduz serves primarily as a transportation hub for those seeking to cross the northern tristate border between Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Afghanistan. In contrast to the other cities on this list, it is surrounded by vast expanses of lush countryside and has a homey rural atmosphere. Unfortunately, the turmoil of the Afghan wars has recently flared up again close to Kunduz, where there have been fierce clashes between the Taliban, the army, and numerous insurgent organizations. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.